Yeah, legend in two boroughs, right? You said it yourself.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, the line before that, you touch on what you said before about, teaching you rhyme structure and all that. And what are your thoughts on where Mase is at in his career and just his hip hop legacy in general, being that you've been someone who has consistently put out quality music for so long?
He go on a diet. He need to get his life together. He need to go to the doctor and get a physical. He look terrible, bad body, back ass nigga. Nigga look big around the neck, waist look crazy. I'm body shaming this nigga. You heard? He need to go get his shit together. Get on the treadmill, do some push-ups, do something. You heard? Especially if you're playing with me. You gonna need it. You did?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, someone who goes to the gym at 7 o'clock in the morning, and if that's the case with
bad body, he look like when they be like big, bad body, taco eating, stew. That's what he remind me of. Slap the popcorn out of me. Let me stop. I'm just...
All right.
So the Jim Jones Camron beef continues on, man. You hear that little clip from an interview there with Jimmy. And before I even carry on and cover all this ish, make sure y'all hit the buttons and all that good stuff. But peep it, man. Could this all be a ploy? I asked this before, but I thought we'll get back into this old Killer Cam clip from a month ago or so. We got to go back over it based on, what Jimmy was talking about there. But for real, man, could this all be a ploy? I thought, because Jim's album's dropping. 20th anniversary of On My Way to Church. He drops at the church steps, right? He was on his way. 20 years later, he's at the steps. I guess when you gang banging and all this big blood ish and the love and hip hop and then the working out, as you heard him, he's body shaming Mase. He called him a taco eating. That could be aimed at certain individual. That could be considered a racist remark, right? But he said it to Mase, so he's just body shaming him, calling him a fat, out of shape motherfucker. You know what I mean? But I ponder that myself with this project dropping. Could they just be doing this to sell records, to raise the publicity and all that? But this response from Killer Cam, what he says, it's just too personal and heated. And what we're going to get into is only a clip of it. I'm sure everyone by now done heard a full jump off. And he just was going all the way in, discrediting Jim Jones to the fullest.
Listen, I'm gonna address a couple of things because we've been on vacation and a lot of niggas been talking since I was on vacation. We're gonna start with Jomo. We'll start with Jomo. And you are a guardian angel and designer, nigga. What the fuck is you talking about, my nigga? You are from the Bronx, bro. You are not from Harlem. Why do you keep thinking that you are from Harlem, bro? You are not from Harlem. I did not grow up with you, my nigga. Mase like, I think I'll teach him how to rap. Mase actually taught you how to rap. Literally. He taught you how to rap. You'll say it. Matter of fact, bring up the clip.
Mase helped me learn how to actually learn how to rap. Mase showed me how to rap. Mase actually showed me. He was the first person to show me how to rap. Mase actually sat me down and showed me.
From his point of view, like Jimmy was he basically called him a groupie wannabe. Y'all can come hang at my grandma's house. You know what I'm saying? But you heard in the clip there. So I thought that was just too much. This can't be, like, who would go to this lengths for publicity? And then, but at the same time, Fifth and Jimmy going at it. I don't know, man. I don't know what to make any of this, but I just wanted to get that out there first off. Who thinks that this is like some fake stage stuff for the pub? For the cloud tokens, for the momentum? Tap in and comment on that. But anyways, legend in two boroughs, a clear response to Camron saying, you was never from Harlem. You ain't that ain't you, B. You know what I mean? But you see the popcorn reference here from this clip tied into the whole Jimmy dissing Camron and Mase. And vice versa. You know what I mean? You got to watch the small things. But here's that clip that we're talking about. That's crazy that Cam said you are a guardian angel and designer. A lot of angel and biblical and church references, right? Jim's projects, On My Way to Church, At the Church Steps, Mase, obviously his involvement with the church, Pastor Mase. And it's so crazy too with all these individuals, the beef that they done had. Like when Cam and the Dipset was flying high, doing them, having all that good momentum, Mase had left the rap game, came back for a little bit, left again, which he did again back in like 2017 with the Oracle. And like he was telling Cam, like, yo, you effed your sister, you always be my bitch, you got my name tatted on you. But back when Dipset was flying high, they were talking about, we're gonna take him to church, everybody welcome him this and welcome him that. He wasn't welcome the first time, how we welcome him back. Like they were going hard on Mase. And then one day when Mase was on the radio, you guys remember that Jim Jones and Cam called in, and Jimmy was talking about rest in peace and naming all these, what do you say, Pop, Lottie, and someone else naming all these dudes from Harlem. And you know what I mean? Like, Mase, you weren't really that dude. Now Mase and Cam are cool, and they're saying Jimmy was never really from Harlem. It's just so crazy. So at the end of the day, could it be a ploy to sell records? I just don't know what to make of it, man. This is some real tomfoolery at the end of the day, I think. But I don't know. You know what I mean? Then I was saying you got Jimmy and 50 Cent going at it as well. And we know 50 Cent was one of the originators of I'm going to diss everyone, prior to even blowing up with Eminem, with how to rob the industry. You know what I mean? I rob Black Street on a back street, make them all, what do you say, one at a time, make them all take off they shine. Like, if Fifth knew what he was doing with that. And then, you know, when he blew up with Eminem, he didn't shy away from the beef at all. Controversy sells. And we saw the Game take a page out of 50 Cent's book with all that. It's just crazy, man. Just going over all the stuff over the years of the Dips breaking up, getting back together. Every time that they seem to break up, Jimmy and Juelz rock together while Killer Cam does his own thing. And it's just madness, man. But he told him, you are a guardian angel and designer. They were also roasting him for the whole Gervonta Davis walkout entrance to the ring. Fifth was getting at him for that too, talking about Graybeard and the 50-year-old big blood homie, you know, Captain Graybeard, Jim Jones, wanting everyone to see his designer scarf. Like, you just can't make this stuff up. And I find it rather intriguing too that Mase, you know, wanted to have his popcorn on deck. I get it, the symbolism and everything to what we're talking about here, but he just didn't throw a bag of microwave popcorn in a mic. You know, he got a whole Regal Cinema tub of popcorn, and movie popcorn is fire, man. I could go for a big tub of it right now and a fountain soda pop. You heard? But you heard Jim Jones in the interview, you know, saying he said it himself. He's a legend in two boroughs, right? The BX and Manhattan. Harlem's in Manhattan, right? And, you know, basically letting everyone know that he been told y'all he was, like, born in the Bronx, technically, but, you know, he been doing this thing in Harlem. He's a Harlem legend. And he went on to say other stuff about this project and about Dipset and the whole situation, right? You see, Jim Jones holds nothing back on Cam and Mase beef, making the Diplomats and At the Church Steps album. Oh yeah, and I was going to say too, when Cam and Mase were beefing, did y'all see Cam was questioning Mase's pastor, like if he was official or not, way back when the Oracle jumped off and, you know, edited his Wikipedia page talking about hanging out with Diddy and dildos. Pause. You guys remember that? But he said Mase did the Ric Flair woo when he was preaching. But you see what it's talking about, right? Jimmy has become one of the rap game's most consistent rappers with her ever-evolving pen and a keen ear for quality. And he's equally known for his full steam ahead approach to the controversy. And on the release date for his new album, At the Church Steps, the Bronx-born, Harlem-bred MC spoke with XXL, and y'all heard the clips. But yeah, so he's not shying away from the two-borough thing. And I will say, tap in and let me know if you all agree with me or not, that Jimmy's music has gotten better as time has went on. I'll say that for sure, you know. But he says the project is up there with the first one on the 20th anniversary of this project. And he also, said here, peep this, despite the on-again, off-again beef with Cam, which often finds Killer diminishing Jim Jones' pivotal role in establishing the legacy of the Diplomats, Jimmy delves into his opinion on why Cam's words should never be a lesson in futility. He said, quote, "I could never be discredited. I made the Diplomats. I was never an artist. I am the Diplomats. Cam is Cam. Diplomats was us. That ish started at my house. I wasn't the artist. I'm a CEO. I'm a partner. I'm a 1/4 member of that ish. That ish started with me, period, hands down." And then obviously you guys heard the comments about Mase, that he's body shaming him. You know what I mean? Hey, at least through all this, like, body shame is bad, y'all, right? For the PC police ass motherfuckers. But getting into, maybe he'll motivate Mase to get back in the gym. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I ain't no health nut or whatever, but as you get up there in age, man, you got to take care of yourself, and that's just big old facts, man. But here we are. I guess the project is here. What are y'all thinking about it? And I want to know who thinks, once again, that this really could all be a ploy. They all could be in cahoots behind the scenes. Again, I didn't think so because it got too personal. But now the way it's all going back and forth, and we see this big album release date, publicity, I don't want to call it a stunt, but like a PR move, this interview, it really has me wondering if they'll play this out a little longer for 3 to 6 months and then squash the issue, and then maybe even collab and Jimmy appear on Cam and Mase's platform. Or is this serious? I just really don't know what to make of it. But hit the comments with all your thoughts. Mase, Cam, Dipset. Yo, Juelz needs to drop something, man. I swear, like, real quick before I close this out, Juelz has so much momentum. You know what I'm saying? And like Jim Jones was saying about Dipset, I feel him in the sense how he's saying, like, this is me, this was us. Camron was already Camron. He had Confessions of Fire. He had SDE. He was a solidified solo artist that individuals knew after the Entertainment. What was it? Epic Records? I forget. But when he got down with The Rock, Jim, you know what I'm saying? Freaky Zeke, Juelz, they were dudes just around Cam. And so often there's like what we saw with the ASAP Mob situation, ASAP Relly getting all butthurt and crying to ASAP Rocky, and, ending up the trial, which he still got the civil suit going on, just a lot of goofy activity. And it's like, yo, you didn't hustle as hard as Rocky. That's your bad. You know what I'm saying? Jim and Juelz, Freaky Zeke, like, I definitely feel that Jim Jones was like, yo, Cam was already on. We were around Cam, but we needed our own success. So we made this Dipset-ish hot. And they did. They truly did. And we've heard the interviews and stories about how, like, I think Dame was trying to put all the Dipset stuff out under the Rockefeller banner, but it didn't really work that way necessarily. The issues with Jay-Z, people's verses being deleted off tracks and stuff like that, so it all ended up over there at Koch. But I feel Jimmy on that in a sense, like, however you feel about all this different ish, Jim, Juelz, like, they hustled hard to get a buzz behind Dipset. But Juelz, like, what, he only dropped 2 official projects in all that time, and we know things went left with him, with getting high in the D-rugs and all that, losing his teeth. It was ugly, man. But Juelz was fire, man. Juelz had his own wave. Let's not forget too the trend setting that we saw Jimmy and Juelz do, right? Like, they slimmed the clothes up a little bit. Some people will say that was not good or whatever, but regardless how you feel about the fashion and all that, I'm saying these dudes set trends, and I want to see Juelz have a resurgence. You know what I mean? Like that Lil Wayne, I Can't Feel My Face, I was talking about in a video the other day. Someone was saying, back when the Juelz teeth news was going viral, someone was saying, yo, he can't feel his face and he can't find his teeth. But for real, when Juelz had his momentum at an all-time high, and Lil Wayne was Lil Wayne, obviously, them dropping that project together was like the game needed that and people wanted it. And allegedly, reportedly, Camron blocked that from happening. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's actual factual. We know he sold his contract to Def Jam Records. Same thing with Cam and Vado, the next artist he was working with after the Dipset thing really didn't work out. Like, you know what I mean? Cam does his own way. He hustles how he hustles. Jimmy, I feel him in the sense of saying he's his own CEO. You know what I mean? Whether you think Jimmy's a rat or whatever, there's a lot of questionable things going on here. I feel them that they hustled. But comment if y'all want to see Juelz get back at it again as well. But that's going to do it for this one. Hit the comments. I thank y'all for tuning in. It's Coffee. Subscribe to the channel. I'm up out of here, guys. Peace and God bless.